Welcome to this week's CCASA Public Policy Podcast. We're really excited to let folks know that our Sexual Assault Awareness Month Capitol Kickoff is scheduled for this upcoming Tuesday, April 2nd, from noon to 1 at the Old Supreme Court Chambers at the Colorado State Capitol. So if you are available to join us, we would love to have you there. We'll be having speakers, performers, an awards ceremony to kick off Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and certainly many legislators joining us. We'll be presenting a Legislative Excellence Award to Representative Beth McCann for her work in this area. We'll also be presenting a Media Excellence Award to Natalie Tisdale from Fox 31, Channel 2 Denver, and then the National Sexual Violence Resource Center's Visionary Voice Award to Krista Maestas from the 12th Judicial District Attorney's Office, which is in Alamosa. So if you are available, come out and join us for the Sexual Assault Awareness Capitol Kickoff. We've got a lot of busy stuff going on. Also the same day as the kickoff, April 2nd, is the first hearing for House Bill 1259, which is regarding civil protection orders and domestic relations orders. This bill elevates safety as a primary concern in domestic relations cases involving children when the court finds that one of the parents has committed domestic violence or child abuse. The bill also strengthens the civil protection order statutes by updating the definition of domestic abuse and also defining and clarifying sexual assault and sexual abuse and how those cases should be able to obtain a civil protection order. The bill amends the law to address implementation orders. We've seen denials of orders for sexual assault and sexual abuse, so hopefully the revisions in this bill will provide some remedies in those situations. It also clarifies that a finding of imminent danger is only needed for a temporary order and not a permanent order. That's been an area that we have seen some sexual assault civil protection order requests denied. So we're really excited about this bill. It's a comprehensive piece of legislation. The Colorado Coalition Against Domestic Violence has worked really hard on this bill, and we're excited to be partnering with them on it. So the hearing for that bill, as I mentioned, is also scheduled for April 2nd in the Health and Human Services Committee. If this is an issue that affects you or clients you've worked with who maybe have tried to obtain a civil protection order for sexual assault and been denied, please get in touch with me. We would love to have your support on this bill, and that can happen in many ways. It could be contacting your legislator, sending some emails, maybe even being involved with some of the testimony for this bill. So I can always be reached at advocacy@ccasa.org. So please let us know if you're interested in possibly helping with House Bill 1259. So another bill that is coming up with a hearing schedule for April 8th is Senate Bill 227. This is concerning methods to protect the victim of a sexual assault in cases where a child was conceived as a result of the rape. As folks know, we do have some significant gaps in Colorado law as it relates to termination of parental rights of rapists. Those gaps also extend to adoption law when somebody may want to be placing a child up for adoption that was conceived as a result of rape. So this bill does create a process in which parental rights of the rapist are terminated in cases where a sexual assault results in a conviction. As of course many of you know, the majority of sexual assault cases unfortunately do not result in a conviction. So we feel really strongly that we need to address those cases as well, and regardless of the presence of a conviction or not, there need to be adequate procedures and policies in place to protect victims of sexual assault who have conceived as a result of the rape. We have worked with the bill sponsors to ensure that there's a task force created, which will be sort of a multidisciplinary entity, including legislators, that will convene to determine how to best support victims of sexual assault who become pregnant as a result of rape when there is no criminal conviction. So this is also kind of a complicated piece of legislation, but I would love to speak with folks about it who may be interested. So if you're a survivor who has been impacted by gaps in our current law, or if you're a service provider who's worked with victims in these type of cases, please be sure to contact me as soon as possible, and I can fill you in more about this bill and also ways that you can be involved. So thanks for everything that you all do. Good luck planning your Sexual Assault Awareness Month activities, and we hope to see you soon at the Capitol.